Okay, so the last tool in this series that I'm going to be talking about is Blogger. It is a blogging application. It is connected to G Suite's apps, so the Google Apps for Education. And basically, that's what it does. It does blogs. But just like any of the other tools out there that do blogs, they also have this functionality that you could make it into whatever you want. Like, for instance, on the blogs, on Blogger, you can create various blogs that have multiple pages, that have multiple posts. So a lot of times individuals consider using Blogger as a website builder. And that's not how I would use it. I mean, I considered it for doing some school district web pages for some clients, and it didn't quite, it wasn't functional in the way that you want a website to be, but you could have this be a place for the students to build something like that. So they could have multiple blogs that have multiple pages. And that could be per subject. So their blog could be math, another blog on science, English language arts, social studies, history, however you want them to have that blog. And they can build that together. They can build it as a group. Now, it is a Google product, so they can collaborate on it. They can share, have someone else share with them or collaborate. And then the other thing, and I did use these with students, and so I know that the settings can be tricky and the navigation can be tricky, so I'll show you a couple of those things. But basically, it's just a word processing application that allows you to document things within chunks or pages, okay? So let's check out Blogger. So I just Googled Blogger. I can put in blogger.google.com. That's what I usually do, because when I start typing it, it remembers that I've done it. So blogger.google.com, and it'll pop up there for you. You're supposed to be able to go to your little checkerboard and on any of your new tabs or on any tabs that are occupying your login, and find Blogger, but I never have success at doing that. Your district could pin it up here and have it be towards the top, but I always have trouble finding it there. So basically, I'm just going to, I Googled it, Blogger, and then I'm going to click on it. Since I'm already logged into my account, it takes me there. And you may have to tell it which account right away, but I think since you're already logged into Google, which most of us are logged into Google, into Chrome, and logged into Google in our tabs, that it's going to automatically understand that person that I'm logged in as. So here is the navigation portion. I can expand or collapse the tools, so to speak. Right now it's on post, of which post I have done in this blog. This is the part that's confusing. So I can go over here to this drop down. This is the blog that it's on. This is the last blog I did. So if I go down here, it shows you 3 of my blogs, and then I can create a new blog. So let's create a new blog. And all of this is on social awareness. So it could be on what is not me. Okay, so what is not me out there? What are things that are different from me? What are some things that I should know and get to know? And that's the thing about the blog. So if I know myself because I've done self-awareness. I've managed that understanding, and I've set goals for myself to move forward and get to know other people. So I'm up to my social awareness aspect of social emotional learning. So now I'm creating this blog as a student, and I want to explore different people, different cultures. So they could interview people, they could do research on certain topics related to the current events, the topics or curriculum that you're working on in your classroom. And then I could free write or reflect in my blog about that. So my entire blog is called What Is Not Me. And then I'm going to hit next. And it gives it an address. So not me, Blogspot. That, oh, that one's taken too. Tanya, let's see if that one's taken. Nope, it is not. Not me, Tanya. Okay, and I'm going to hit save. But this is going to be the address that students can make public or share. So I'm going to hit save. And it creates that whole new blog. Now you can see there are no posts associated with this. So I'm going to go here. Okay, here's my blogs, new blog. I'm on What Is Not Me. And then I'm going to put a new post. And this new post, I'm going to title it My New Friend. Maybe the goal is for the student to find a new friend in the school that they don't know, ask their name. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the streaming things that are going on now. Upload was kind of cool. It's on Amazon and Amazon Prime. And basically the new guy in Uploads, they told him that he had to make 5 new friends. And so he walked around and he made notes about people that he felt like he could be friends with. And then I do think he wrote a journal about it, but that could be what your students are assigned to do, is walk around and find out new things about new people, make a brand new friend, and then select that person to write about. So just like a Word document, I'm going to start typing and talk about this person. This person was born in North Carolina. They are 15 years old. Okay, and then the student can just continue to write. And when they are in here editing, they can format everything. So it's very similar to a lot of the other editing tools that they would have available to them. Yeah, so, and if I want to preview it, I'm going to hit preview and see what it's going to look like. Now, when I'm setting it up, not sure why it didn't ask me that from the beginning, but you can see that it has a background of like a sea or an ocean of some sort. Maybe you can't see if my face is in the way. And these messages are talking about how Blogger has changed and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to remove all of those annoying ads. I can see how it would look on a computer, how it would look on a tablet, how it would look on a iPhone, widescreen, if I rotate the screen, that kind of stuff, okay? So that's what it looks like from a preview perspective. And you can see up here at my tabs, it has a preview tab and an edit tab. So I'm just going to get rid of that preview tab. And then my edit tab is back here. Let's see what the other options, preview, post, and to save. And then we can publish it. If I'm needing to do more editing to add some movies or images or links, I can do that as well. So you could turn this into something highly researchable. Maybe add a rubric. You're going to have a rubric with everything anyways. You want to tell the students what your expectations are for their entries, what they need to include in each of those. So it's important to set the expectations and the standards for the students before they get started on this. But if you want them to include links and resources and images to demonstrate what they're presenting, they can do that as well. And keep in mind that I did tell you that a lot of people use this tool as a web page, and now you can see why. It's a simple editing interface. I can put a minimal background stuff in it, and I can create multiple pages that will go from page to page to page. So it is pretty in-depth of what it can do. Now, as soon as I'm ready, I'm done with everything. I have all the pretty stuff in there, and I have it formatted the way my rubric is stated. Then I can go up to publish, and it's going to publish this post to my blog. Now remember, I have one blog, which is the huge thing, multiple posts associated with that. Okay, so you always hear about the people who get famous for being vloggers or bloggers, food critics. So I could have a blog all about this big umbrella of a general category and say food, favorite restaurants, and have separate blogs for that, but have different posts about favorite recipes, favorite foods, favorite restaurants, and go through there. Just as the same as the students can through the blog that's called What Is Not Me, they could have friends, my new friend, and that could have multiple posts associated with my second new friend, a new place I've discovered, a new thing I've discovered about me, in this book that we're reading in class, in this time in history, this discovery that I had with my group that I was working with in science class. So, I mean, all of those things can be implemented to help students understand and make them more aware of society and culture and other things that are different from them. So yeah, that's that. And of course, this does a lot more. I can change the themes. You can see that's the one that I've chosen for that one. I could also, switch it over. You can add multiple pages to just this blog, and keep in mind, we're still in this blog, and in that blog I can then post, and in those posts I can, in this blog I can add more pages that will have some posts on it as well. Layout, how is it going to look with each blog, each aspect of it? Where are my labels? And the labels are something that you can search by, or you can categorize things by. It's kind of like a tag, but like a folder of things that are all of like items. The one thing that I also noticed in the settings, and I'm still troubleshooting this from the student side, because some students that I was working with were changing the way that it saw them. Okay, so like when you post, it kept saying anonymous for the students. So you want to make sure that you talk to the students about how they have their settings and preferences labeled. You can see I'm going through quite a few of these. So just kind of explore these on your own and see if there's some ways that the students could get around the privacy and the security that you want within your school district. Yeah, so that was the only problem that we had, and I don't feel like the students were doing it intentionally, because there were just the variety of students who were posting anonymously. All I had to do is send them a message and say, go here, here, and here, and have it show your Google name. I said in all of my blogs, anyone that posts has to, or comments or replies to my blog, they have to be logged in under whatever domain Google account. So make sure that you go through the settings and you talk to your students about the settings and digital citizenship and the footprint that they're leaving out there, whether they're anonymous or not. And you've seen as I've been scrolling through here that there are some things that are related to branding and making money. And of course, yes, people do make money on blogs. That could be a portion of your learning in your classroom as well, or maybe you could cross-curricular approach to this and have your financial, social studies, economics curriculum handle that aspect. And that would be fun to go through the YouTube, do research on people who are making money through YouTube and the work that goes into that, but also in the blogs and vlogs and the social aspect of the world where people are becoming millionaires because they're putting the work into putting their commonality out there. And so that would be a fun way to also have some social awareness of what's out there in the regards to making money in some of these aspects, and analyzing that a little bit more. Okay, so that's Blogger. Like I've said in all these videos, I go into detail in some of them I don't. You just basically create a new blog and then have the kids go at it, adding posts to that, and you don't even have to explore the pages aspect. And definitely go through the settings, because the settings are going to be the thing that's going to help students understand how they're posting and how people can respond to those posts. Comment, respond, reply in a threaded manner, however they want them to do that. Okay? So Google Blogger can be a wonderful tool to use any day, but also it's a great tool to use with exploring social emotional learning connected to social awareness. We've already done the self-awareness, we've done the self-management, and now we're starting to understand other people in relation to us, which is the social awareness aspect. So as always, if you have any questions with any of these tools, you can email me at sanders@nwet.org. And if you need more information or answers to questions, I'm more than happy to do that at any time. So that's the end of